Back inside KSPD Sports Extra, I'm Zach Fox. It's now time for our Extra Innings Team of the Week, our first one of the year, and it's going to go to the Sundown Roughettes as they are 17-3-1 on the year, 4-0 in district play, fresh off of their weekly sweep over Rawls, 13-3 and 10-1. Next to speak with head coach Megan Gonzalez. All righty, Coach, 4-0 in district play are the Roughettes. Just take me through the secret, I guess, of what it's been this year. 17-3-1 overall. You get the weekly sweep over Rawls. I can't even looking back on the past seasons. I haven't even seen when the last time you guys even beat Rawls, and then you get to sweep Rawls within this last week. Feeling very good. But I guess what has worked so well with this group early on? Yeah,
I thought we got off to a great start. I thought tournament season went well. We saw really good competition that got us ready for district, and very fortunate to be 4-0 right now in district because it's a competitive playing field. Rawls is a good team. They're well coached. They have strong senior leadership, and I thought we showed maturity this week going into spring break. Monday, we hit the ball well, had some big hits from key players, and then turned around Tuesday and played fundamental defense behind our pitcher. So I thought that was great, and anytime you can come out and play for a pitcher, good things are happening.
Absolutely. And you spoke about the offense, but let's talk more about that defense. The pitching doing very well this year, and especially as of late, even dating back to the Olton series, as Destiny Garza with a perfect game there as well. And then Bree gets on the mound against Rawls, allows just 4 runs in 2 games, and the defense playing very solid behind her as well. Very complimentary. It seemed like the offense doing its job, but the defense is there to back her up as well.
Yes, like you said, we have 2 pitchers this year. Bree Gregory's our sophomore pitcher, and I thought she's gotten off to a great start this season. And then Destiny Garza has had some really good games as well. And you know what's great about both of those is our defense is playing confidently behind them, and I think that speaks highly of who they are as people and highly of this team's character.
Coach, I bet you knew that this question was coming, but you were brought up as the head coach in 2020, probably one of the youngest head coaches around, and you get to take over the Roughettes program, and then shortly after that in your first season, you meet up with Floyd Ada, and obviously the game that a lot of these girls may remember, the 57-4 loss. But since that game, it seemed like this team has really taken that moment and used that as fuel the rest of the way.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's been 4 years in Sundown, and such an amazing experience. And you know, we went into that season as a team knowing it was going to be a rebuilding process, and that team handled it well. You know, they handled adversity well. They responded great, and I remember sitting in our dugout 3-4 years ago talking about what the future was going to look like for Sundown softball, and they pretty much handed me a blueprint of what they wanted it to be and set a standard of expectations that these girls follow to this day, and it's a huge reason as to why they're so successful now. And so very, very proud of that team as I am the team behind me, and getting to see what it's grown into and having them come back and watch games and knowing that they're proud of something they did as well.
Coach, take us through what's next on the schedule for the Roughettes, and you know, as 4-0 in district play, still early on, but it seems like you're very well in control of your own destiny here.
Yes, you know, it's these girls know that we're still in that process. We're not done with reaching our goals, and they understand that there's a lot of work to be done, and we're going to keep pushing it and moving forward, and hopefully control our own destiny and be one of those 4 teams that make a playoff spot.
Coach, with how good this team is playing, you think you maybe have a little more senior leadership on your team. You don't. You only have 1 senior
yes.
on this roster. A lot of this team returning. What does that say about how young this team is and how they've been able to turn the tide of just the last few years and now be one of the best softball teams around?
Yeah. We are led by our senior Ariel Hernandez, and she's pretty much our engine of the team, and she was a part of that team in 2021, and she lets us know we're not going to take wins for granted. We're going to keep working, and our juniors help her with that and keep it moving, and she's done a great job. They've done a great job. Our young girls bring excitement, and it's a good energy. It's a good mix, and it works well for us.
And one thing that can really work well is when you try to make a team and make it feel like a family. Well, in your case, you have extensions of families in multiple ways. You have a couple of twins on this team, as well as you have sisters in JV with sisters in varsity. Take me through just the family process, knowing that you may retire one in the next year or so, but you got another one coming up.
Yeah. Well, I do definitely have to make sure they're not like in the same hitting group sometimes, because I tell them keep that drama at home. Please. But no, it's fun. We break it out to family before every game and after every game. And, you know, when you have girls that truly mean that, you know, I love being around you and I love playing for you, and it works well for our team, and it's a great atmosphere to have.
All righty, let's speak with some of those Roughettes. Alrighty, Camry, I was there for the home game against Rawls in the win there. You had obviously the outfield assist from right field. Take me through that moment and just the defense itself this year.
When I saw her coming around second, I knew that I was gonna get her out, because she did that before and I did not get her out. But I saw her and I threw it to Erica, and I knew that Erica was gonna get her out. So, and I don't know, I just rely on all of our defense, and I know that they'll be able to get 3 outs.
Absolutely. Well, and then you're also there with your sister Emery. Obviously, she's not here today, but being able to be with her, was that? I mean, you're 2 sets of twins here on this team. What does that mean about being able to play alongside her?
It's a blessing. I love her. And I love, like, my whole team. I just like playing with her. I played with her my whole life. It's fun playing with her.
Alrighty, Bree, 4 runs allowed this past week in total with 2 games against Rawls, one of the best teams around in recent history in Rawls. But being able to get that done, I think you have the nice offense every inning that you get to rely on. I guess how nice is that to be able to step back into the circle knowing that you got that high-powered offense behind you?
It feels really great knowing that my defense will always have my back, and that they'll always be there for me.
Alrighty, Ariel, the lone senior for this team. Take me through the journey that it has been. You know, you were there with Coach in her first year as well, and that game against Floydada. But then now you'll be able to see that team and coming from those beginnings to now and playing your best softball. How fun is that to maybe look back on the journey that it took to be able to get to this point?
I think it's awesome, actually, how far our team and the program has come. When I started when Coach G first came here, I never knew I was going to play softball, and she kind of convinced me, and I don't regret it at all. She's brought our program a long way. I don't think we would be the team we are today without her.
And just being a senior as well, obviously you want to end your senior year on the highest of notes, and so far you're doing that with Sundown. How special of this run, I guess, has it been specifically this year?
It's been actually very special. I really don't. It's hard to think about my season coming to an end anytime soon. It's going by pretty fast already, but to know that I have a great group and underclassmen behind me, and I know they're going to go do great things with their team, their new team, whatever is going to happen, and they're going to do great when I graduate.
And there are the Sundown Roughettes, the extra innings team of the week. They'll battle Lockney on Tuesday. More K-Speedy Sports Extra coming up next.